It's a guy, young Montu-Ra. We're back, kids. What's up, my guys and goddesses? You know what time it is. It's a guy, young Montu-Ra, young seer, young sorcerer, young oracle. I'm a musician, artist, producer, and DJ, and a few other things. I'm out in the heart of nature right now recording this episode. Happy New Year again to all my guys and goddesses. Today we have a full moon lunar eclipse. I'm actually recording this a bit later from the peak times, but we can go over that here real quick. I do believe full moon energy actually lasts for a few days, especially when we have a lunar eclipse. So this is very important. But the peak times are 3 a.m. Eastern, 12 a.m. Pacific, 7 a.m. UK time, and 8 a.m. CEST time. So I do believe this is a strong need for balance and harmony in our life. We're talking about Aries and Libra access. Again, we talked a lot about that last year, and this is a pivotal point. We have Mercury's shadow phase coming. Mercury retrograde is going to be here April 1st. We have the solar eclipse on April 8th. We have a lot of different things happening in our own transformation. We just had the new year a few days ago. So this is something that I do believe we probably desire to keep things nice rather than venturing into fundamental questions in order to not disturb the peace, right? And, I'm always about disturbing the peace. I'm always about keeping it a buck with ourselves, with people around us, and making sure we're all on the same page. And that is what this access of Aries and Libra is all about. And this is what this full moon is all about, because the sun is in Aries right now, and this is forming an opposition with the moon in Libra. So the full moon is a time of culmination and promise of fulfillment of what we started with the new moon. So with us having this that's why we always say set goals in the new moon. Set goals and start to build on that process, because when the full moon comes, that's a new cycle. We are ending that cycle. We're starting a new cycle. But this is a lunar eclipse, so we are clipping out a lot of things that we don't need. A lot of things that used to help us or benefit us in the past aren't going to be able to work this time. But this is the third eclipse in a set of 6 occurring along this Aries Libra axis, and we talked a lot about that last year on April 20th of 2023, and this is going to March 29th of 2025. So we talked a lot about that. First one was that total solar eclipse, in late Aries. So we've been focusing on building our independence and working assertively since last year. And this March eclipse in Libra is prompting us to consider considering us to be more healthy, relating it and how it affects the process, right? So this eclipse serves as a nudge or a prompt, or that thing that pushes us to make improvements in Aries and Libra-ruled areas in our charts. And this is a sidebar here, but this is why it's important to have a birth chart reading, especially if you're listening to this or any type of spiritual content or astrological content. You want to have a birth chart. You want to have somebody read it and interpret it if you can't. But I always advise everybody, do your own fucking research. Nobody has the answers for your life, right? But we also need to understand it's very important to know where your stars are. It's very important to be able to understand who we are in regards to the cosmos, as I like to say, is because we can all, look at the full moon. We can know when the sun is in Aries. We can know when the new moon is. But if we can't actually take advantage of it with our own chart to understand how it actually correlates with the planets in different parts of our charts, we can't really take advantage of it. So I advise everybody to get a chart reading. I do read charts. I am a certified astrologer. You know what time it is. I don't have to keep saying that. But this time is about resolving matters, striking that balance, taking lessons and moving on. Taking some time with this eclipse can temporarily hide a part of our lives for us to focus on another. Ultimately, I do believe we should be striving for what? Balance. Striving for that yin and yang. Striving for to the maintenance of our lives, because this eclipse affects people with personal planets and points at about 0 to 10 degrees of the cardinal signs, which are Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn, most significantly. So that's why I say again, do your own research on your chart. Make sure you get your own chart reading. I actually use astro.com if you want to just put your birth date in there and look at the things and go from there. That's it's astro.com for a free birth chart. But this Aries and Libra axis is involved with this lunar eclipse. So this is pressing us to look more closely at our needs, our lacks, our desires. You know, everything that we desire, we want the balance. We don't want to work. We don't want to overwork, but we don't want to not work. You know what I'm saying? We don't, you know, we don't have to have it all, but we don't want none either. You feel what I'm saying? So we don't have to have X, Y, and Z, but we want to have that balance, because this is something that Aries-ruled and Libra-ruled areas of our life are asking us or forcing us to do. So this is a huge contrast, right? We're talking about fire. We're talking about being direct, confrontational with Aries. And then we're talking about being logical, tactful, and balance oriented with Libra. You know, comes full bloom. The energy of this Libra full moon is that awareness of our need for our relationships. And that comes with maintaining them. That comes with compromise. That comes with negotiating. That comes with being grateful. That comes with being balanced. You know, being in relationships. Nobody wants to do everything. We want everybody, we want each other to balance off of each other. And I think this is something that this full moon is helping us do. But I do also believe it's urging us to strike balance between meeting our personal needs and attending the needs to our significant others. We can't be overly doing shit for other people, but we can't be underdoing shit for ourselves. We have to find and maintain that, you know, that equality minded and fair mindedness. Now the sun is in Aries right now, so we're valuing being authentic, we're valuing being a boss, we're valuing being energetic, but at the same time we cannot neglect either end. So it will surely backfire if we try to say, you know what, I'm all independent, I don't need anybody, I don't need this, I can do it all. And what I realized with that, even on my own personal life, is me trying to do it all, I just wore myself out. You know what I'm saying? I just wear myself out, and then I gotta take breaks. And instead of saying, you know what, I can delegate, I can have this person do this, I can do that, or, you know, in a relationship, you know what I mean, we can all kind of work as one. That's what we're trying to build, is work as a one unit, as a collective as well. So that's very important. But this is going to be an emotional time. You know, we got the shadow phase, Mercury retrograde. We got the Mercury retrograde actually happening on April 1st. We got the solar eclipse again on the 8th of April. We got planets moving. We still have a stellium here, Pisces energy. We still have a conjunction with Jupiter and Taurus as well. So we're kind of building off of this emotional chaos in a sense to help us to build a foundation inside of us, you know, because the cosmos is demanding it now over the next coming months as well. I do believe we will discover these declarations. We talk a lot about transformation a lot, and we are here. This is our new beginning. We are started, and we're starting with the lunar fucking eclipse. And this might be difficult for us to sit with these emotions. We might be having a lot of internal conflict that we're trying to balance out. So that is very important as we continue to go through this process. But this eclipse is about awakening to the need to have and to enjoy and appreciate our partners, our significant others in our lives, and to connect with our desire for companionship. You know, so we're going to have a lot of revelations. We're going to have a lot of different things happening in our relationships that I believe are going to be beneficial, because relationships are hard. They're challenging. It's like, when I tell people this, it's like being in a relationship, family, friends, lovers, etc. It's like you literally, it's a day-to-day, you know, process. Like we have to be internally tuned in, energetically tuned to the same frequency to the other person every fucking day. If we're not energetically on the same frequency, there's different issues that rise. So that's why relationships are challenging, especially nowadays. There's so much instant access to other people, and everybody's promoing and thinking everything is so fucking great and all that type of shit. But energetically, when you're with a person, it's always going to be moments where we have to tap in. That's why I was always like, let's tap in every day, because hey, somebody's feeling good, somebody's not. We still have to maintain balance to say, you know what, okay, this is how you feel today. You know, we can do different things to be able to make each other feel like, okay, I'm balanced. Even though everything may not be going how I want it, I still feel a sense of security in regards to my life and in regards to my partner, right? So that is something that I believe our discovery is going to be very emotionally charged and even dramatic. Everything feels big and larger than life at sometimes. We might have some epiphanies happening. Revelations are coming. They're going to be blown up because we're talking about this Aries energy. We're talking about this Libra. We're talking about this eclipse. We're talking about a strong emphasis on one area of our life, but a blackout in another area. You know what I'm saying? It makes sense to wait to make those big decisions. It makes sense to be patient right now, because this lunar eclipse, I believe, can have a way of bringing dysfunctional areas in our life to our attention. Emotions, realizations, plans are going to be blossoming now. Things, events, circumstances, things are going to be happening. Things are going to be cut off from what we don't need. And then this full moon is actually going to be magnifying these things and making things work out for our good as well. So don't get scared of eclipses. It's so much bullshit that gets caught up. I did an episode the other day about stop being scared of Mercury retrograde. It's like, even I talked a lot about, and this is a sidebar, but I talked a lot about how Columbus back in the day, he knew that an eclipse was going to happen, and he was able to secure his situation in a foreign country because he said that it was God going to make the sun go away and all this type of jazz. It's about understanding. That's why when we know stuff, we can take advantage. Now, I'm not saying take advantage of people, but that's an important understanding. It's like, stop being scared of this shit. This is actually magnifying. If I know something ain't working for me and I have an energy that's going to clip it out, and it might be painful, I'm still feeling some different effects from past things that I knew I had to let go of, and I had to continue to build myself up. I'm still in the transformation. We all are. But my old life, that guy is gone. I'm here now. You know what I'm saying? And that is something, and it was painful as fuck. But at the same time, this is a golden opportunity for us to explore our emotional needs, ultimately leading to positive actions and decisions. So that's kind of all I wanted to say today. I do believe this is a set, like I said, a set of 6 that started in April 2023 to about March 2025. So we're going to really have this total solar eclipse here on April 8th, and we'll do another episode on that. And then we're going to have a solar eclipse October 2nd. And then the last one will be March 29th, 2025. So we're having this Aries and Libra axis here for the next couple of years. And this is going to be epic. Much love to everybody out there. I got a new project dropping on 420, and I got a single dropping on 423. I'm putting music out every day. I appreciate everybody for tapping in. I was long-winded on this one. I have so much to talk about, but I appreciate everybody again. It's the God Young Montu-Ra, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.